Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop chasing a woman, she suddenly becomes curious? She starts watching your stories more. She replies faster. Maybe even starts asking if you're seeing someone else. What happened? You didn't get a haircut. You didn't buy a Lambo. You didn't suddenly grow 6 inches taller overnight. You just did one thing. You lost interest. Or at least, you made her feel like you did. And my friend, that is reverse psychology in action. When used right, it's not just effective, it's magnetic. But here's the crazy part. Most guys get this wrong. They try to fake disinterest, but women can smell that from a mile away. So today, I'm going to break it all down. Exactly how women react when they feel you've genuinely lost interest, why it works, and how you can use this ethically to shift the power dynamic without playing games. Ready? Let's dive in. Part 1. The truth about reverse psychology in dating. Reverse psychology sounds fancy, but it's really just human nature in disguise. We all want what we can't have. If I told you not to think about a pink elephant, what's the first thing you thought about? Yep, a big old pink elephant in a tutu doing the moonwalk. That's reverse psychology. Now in dating, it works like this. When you're giving a woman constant attention, validation, compliments, and energy, she knows you're interested, she's in control, you're predictable. And as harsh as it sounds, predictability kills curiosity. But when you pull back, when you stop texting first, when you seem unbothered, her mind goes, wait, what's going on? The brain hates unanswered questions. So she starts paying attention, not because you're chasing her, but because you stopped. That's the magic. Part 2. The psychology behind her reaction. Let's keep it real for a second. If a woman knows you're fully invested and always available, she feels safe, but not excited. Now don't get me wrong, safety matters. But if a woman feels like she has your attention locked down, she doesn't have to work for it. But the moment she senses your energy has shifted, the moment you stop texting, good morning, every day like a caffeine-addicted golden retriever, she feels it. And it triggers a mini emotional alarm. Wait, why isn't he chasing anymore? Now this isn't about making her insecure. It's about creating space. And in that space, curiosity grows. She starts thinking, is he talking to someone else? Did I say something wrong? Was I too dry in my last text? Why do I care so much right now? It's like emotional whiplash. And suddenly, the roles are reversed. Part 3. What she actually does when you lose interest. Alright, let's get into the good stuff. What really happens when she realizes you've lost interest? Here's what to watch for. 1. She tests you. You'll get a random text like, hey stranger, or I saw this meme and it reminded me of you, LOL. Translation, I noticed your attention is gone and I want to see if I can get it back. This is not just about the meme, this is about checking if she still has emotional pull over you. If you reply too fast, she knows she's still got you. If you stay calm and reply after a while, she feels the shift. 2. She gets competitive. This is subtle, but powerful. You'll notice she suddenly starts posting thirst traps, gym selfies, beach pics. Maybe a selfie in a dress she didn't even wear out. It's not a coincidence. She's trying to pull you back in without saying it directly. And the funny part? She's not even doing it for everyone. She's doing it for you. That one dude who stopped giving her attention. 3. She gets curious about your life. Now she's asking questions she never cared about before. Are you seeing anyone lately? What have you been up to? Oh, you've been going out more? She's fishing, trying to decode your new vibe. Women are intuitive, but when a man genuinely changes his energy, it throws them off. And their curiosity? It spikes. 4. She gets annoyed but doesn't know why. Here's where it gets funny. When a woman senses your energy shift, sometimes her ego gets triggered. She might act a little cold, a little distant, even passive-aggressive. She's not actually mad at you. She's mad that she doesn't understand her own reaction. It's confusing when you were predictable. and now you're not. Her emotions go through phases: annoyance, confusion, then obsession. 5. She starts chasing, subtly or directly. This is when it gets real. She may start texting first more often, or she may try to run into you somewhere, or she'll bring up inside jokes, memories, anything to reconnect. At this point, the dynamic has flipped. You're no longer chasing. She is. But remember, you didn't manipulate her. You just stopped giving energy where it wasn't being matched. That's called self-respect, and it's dangerously attractive. Part 4. Why losing interest works better than chasing. Let's simplify this. Chasing a pressure, losing interest, freedom. When a woman feels like you've lost interest, she finally has space to feel something real. Most men never give her that. They bombard her with attention, double text, overinvest. And guess what? She never has time to wonder, how do I actually feel about this guy? But when you pull back, now she has a gap. And in that gap, she either forgets you or she starts thinking about you way more. Here's the kicker. If she forgets you, she wasn't really into you to begin with. But if she starts chasing, you just flip the whole script. That's reverse psychology. Part 5. Real life example, the power of silence. Let me tell you a quick story. There's a guy named Jake. Cool dude. Funny, confident. Texted this girl named Mia every day. At first she loved it, but over time, her replies got shorter, slower, colder. You know the deal. Jake was confused. So instead of doubling down, he did something most guys don't do. He stopped. No drama, no long emotional texts. He just went silent. He focused on his life, hit the gym, started going out more, didn't block her, didn't chase her, just vanished like Batman with better boundaries. 3 weeks later, guess who slid into his DMs? Mia. Hey, haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're good. Now listen, Jake didn't ghost her to play games. He pulled back because he felt her pulling away. And that silence, that was the reverse psychology reset she didn't know she needed. Part 6, the power is in your energy. You don't have to say anything. Women feel when your energy shifts. They know when you've mentally checked out. They know when your attention is no longer orbiting around them like a lost puppy. And that energy shift is louder than words. It's not about being rude, it's about being indifferent. Indifference is not hatred. Indifference is not revenge. Indifference is peace. And women pick up on it like a radio signal. Once your vibe says, I'm no longer seeking your validation, everything changes. Part 7. Warning, don't fake it. Here's where most guys mess it up. They try to pretend they've lost interest. They try to act unbothered while checking her story every 5 seconds and crying into their protein shake. Bro, she can tell. If your disinterest is just an act, she'll see right through it. Reverse psychology only works when it's real. When you're actually done chasing. When your energy has genuinely moved on. You don't have to hate her. You don't have to be cold. You just have to be busy with your own life. Live so fully that chasing someone who isn't matching your energy feels like a downgrade. Part 8. Final thoughts become the prize. At the end of the day, reverse psychology isn't a trick. It's just a natural result of putting yourself first. When you stop trying to convince someone to choose you, you become more attractive. When you stop overgiving, they start wondering why you ever gave them so much. So stop chasing people who aren't showing up. Stop explaining your worth. And stop watering dead plants. Because once she realizes you've lost interest, she'll either respect you more or she'll chase you like she never has before. Either way, you win. So play it cool. Focus on your life and remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. If you like this, wait till you see what happens when you completely disappear after being ignored. That's next level psychology. And I'll break it down in the next video. Hit that like button, drop a comment if you've ever tried this and watch the tables turn. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.